This is Dr. Lotus Riché sharing with you 15 minutes of success, coming to you with successful entrepreneurs all around the globe that's going to share with you what they do to be successful so you can too. This is Dr. Lotus Riché sharing with you 15 minutes of success, coming to you with successful entrepreneurs all around the globe that's going to share with you what they do to be successful so you can too. Hello and welcome to 15 Minutes of Success with Dr. Lotus Riché. I am your amazing host for the day. And so as you come into the show, what I'm going to ask you to do is take this little thing, this phone or your laptop or your iPad, and go ahead and share this broadcast out with your friends, those that you care about and those that you love, because I've got an amazing guest coming on here with me today. And so I'm going to ask that you just share this out, because we're going to talk about what she does, how she empowers and impacts people to become the very best that they can be. And today she's going to join me and she's going to share five amazing tips that's going to help you right here on 15 Minutes of Success with Dr. Lotus Riché. She's going to add 5 tips to help you add to your toolkit for success. And now, I know many of you might be saying, Dr. Lotus, how am I going to keep up with these tips of success? Well, right here, you're going to get your notepad, you're going to get your pen, and you are going to be ready to take these notes. And so while you're coming in, go ahead and share with us where you're coming in from and tag a friend and let us know who you tagged. And if you share with us where you're coming in from and who you tagged, we'll bring it up on the screen, because we love to celebrate you, because we appreciate all that you do to help this broadcast be what it is. And it could not be what it is without the Most High and, of course, you. And so what I'm going to do a little double duty myself, and I'm going to share it out as well. So take your phone and let's go and let's share this broadcast out like never before, because it's so important. And don't forget, go to my page, Lotus Riché. Go to my page, Lotus Riché Ignites You. Go to YouTube. We're also on YouTube. And don't forget to go to Instagram and go to LinkedIn, my friend, and tell your friends to come on and get on in here for this 15 minutes of success. So what I'm doing now is I'm sharing it. Let me share it to a couple of groups, and I'll let you see me doing some homework. I'm going to share it to some groups. I'm sharing to Women of Power. I'm sharing to Speakers Collaborative. Let's see. And I'm sharing to global achievers, to Think and Grow Richer, to the Ignite and Take Flight page. Of course, I'm sharing to my friends, Women Helping Women. Of course, we want to help each other. And of course, I am sharing to Conversations Over Coffee with the amazing network ninja herself, Tandra Price. And of course, I'm sharing to Impact Speakers Academy and to Podcast Network. That's right. And so I'm sharing, PromoteBlackWomen.com. I'm sharing there. And also, I'm going to be sharing in some of these groups some other groups that I belong to. And I'm asking you to share as well, because our guest is backstage and she is ready. She is ready to come on out here and give us all she's got with her 5 tips of success. So as we get ready, I'm going to again welcome you to come on in and tell us more about who you are as we prepare to share these 5 tips to add to your toolkit today. And so without further ado, I've got a little video that'll talk to you about my upcoming guest. She is a speaker. She's a transition coach. She's an author. And she's a motivator. But most importantly, she's here with us today to talk about to talk about her 5 minutes of success. So again, like I said, when you come in, don't forget to share and make sure you tag your friends as they come on in. So with no further ado, let me share this little bit with you. Sheri Berger is a transition coach, a public speaker, author, podcast host, all the way from Kansas. And she's joining us today to share her 5 tips. So we want to make sure that you write this down. Sheri works with people all around the world, and what she shares is worth hundreds, thousands, maybe even millions. And today, she's going to share her amazing tips with you. So watch this again. All right, fantastic. And I'm super happy to be back. I want you to please welcome my amazing guest, Miss Sheri Berger. Hey there, Sheri. Woo woo.
Hi.
How you doing, darling?
Good. Good afternoon. Great to be here.
All
Thank you for
right.
having me.
Great to see you. Great to see you. And those of you that are watching from Sheri's page, let us know which page you're watching from and give her some put some L's in the comment, put some love in the comment as we get started. So Sheri, I want to thank you for being here today. I hope you can hear me well. I just had to make a little change to make sure we don't lose our power. Okay. I hope you can hear me very well. So Sheri, again, I want to thank you for being here today. And of course, you have been on some amazing shows in Kansas and even some online shows where you're sharing your expertise. So Sheri, let's get right into it. I've told the folks that you're a transition coach. You help businesses transition from mediocre. You help them to come to magnificent. And you're a public speaker, you're an author, you're a podcast host, and you're coming all the way from Kansas with me, Dr. Lotus Riché, on this 15 minutes of success. And you're going to give the 5 tips to add to their toolbox. So let's talk about, first of all, a little bit more about you. Please share with our audience some more stuff about you before we get into these 5 tips. And let's give our audience a little bit of time to share more. Go ahead, Sheri.
Hi, I'm Sheri Berger, and it's great to meet everybody. And I'm the owner of Here to There Consulting. We educate business owners with those tools to balance life, business, and finances to help you create the business and life that you love. Because I think life is way too short not to have great balance and all of that. So that's what we do.
I'm loving that. Thank you so much, Sheri. So Sheri, let's get right into our questions for the day or our answers for the day, because, you know, so many people have questions about how do they become successful in this world of opportunity and challenge. And so, of course, today, folks, here at 15 Minutes of Success with Dr. Lotus Riché, my guest and I are going to knock your socks off. So let's get into the 5 tips of the day. Sheri, you were so kind and you shared some conversation with me, and you talked about a lot of times we have challenges that we're not ready for, but you help people to become ready. And let's talk about your first tip.
Oh, a ready roadmap. Those are so important. You know, this is my favorite time of the year. I always tell people that when it comes into the year and the first year. Today is January 10th. We are 10 days into this new year, and everybody always wants to make New Year's resolutions, which is great. But do we have goals? And do we have that ready roadmap as we're hitting the road to 2023? Can you believe it is 2023?
Wow.
I don't know.
It's hard to believe.
Yeah. And what's so important about having that ready roadmap, is back in 2020. Remember what happened? The world shut down. Those people that had a plan, they were able to pivot and they were able to make changes. And actually, I went out. They were closing down a lot of small to mid-sized businesses. We were letting Walmart and some of these big guys stay open, but we were closing those small guys. So we had to learn how to pivot and get around that. And the people that had a ready roadmap, it was so much easier for me to help them with pivoting and changing. And so it's so important to have a plan. So make sure you're putting together that ready roadmap as we're hitting 2023. Just get that together. Get where do you want to be? Name my business is here to there. Let's create that amazing ready roadmap.
All right. I'm loving that. So what I like that you shared, and most of the most profound leaders on the planet always share this, that you have to have your plan in place. And this ready roadmap helps you not to get ready, but to stay ready. Okay. And so I really love that. So
with all the roller coasters of life in your business, make sure that you're ready for all of that.
So I have a question for you. You said with all the roller coasters in people's lives, what if they fall off the roller coaster? How can they trickle back to their ready roadmap?
But if you have a roadmap, right, you already have a plan. And so now when we got knocked off the plan, 2020 was a great example of that, right?
Yeah.
I went out and I helped as many small to mid-sized businesses as I can and accidentally got caught by Governor Kelly, and I won the Kansas Businesswomen Advocate of the Year. That's not what I was doing it for. But when I sat down with people that had those ready roadmaps, we knew where we wanted to go.
Right.
And if it didn't work, we could take a detour or we could come up with some other strategies. But that's where having a coach on your side, having a cheerleader on your side, having the right people in your life matters in that aspect too. But if you have that plan, we have to be ready to pivot. But if we don't have a plan, where are we even pivoting to? That was a real problem. So yeah.
Wow. So here's the thing that I love. And see, we getting deep in this. You said, if we don't have a ready roadmap, where are we even pivoting to? So your ready roadmap gives you a plan B. If your A plan, kind of falters a little bit, you get this plan B, and then you're able to really switch over almost effortlessly. So I love that. Hey, Charles Prison, we see you there. So wow, that's awesome. I love
that. And I'm going to ask you ever go on a trip and you don't have a map or you don't have a plan?
Yes.
You're going to go. Where are you going then? If you don't have a plan, where are you going? Exactly. So you're just going to get in the car and start driving where? Where are you going? So why do we do that in life and business? Where are you going if you don't have a plan? Now you can hit detours. You can hit some roadblocks. You can hit some bad weather, but at least you have a plan where you're trying to go.
So check this out. Some people say, well, I'm just going to tell Siri, hey, Siri, direct me here. I've got this navigator. But even with that, people plan to navigate to where they're going. This is great stuff. Wow. Okay. So let's talk about your number 2.
So once we put that ready roadmap together and we got a plan, we need to have a spending plan. And some people hate the word budget. So I like to call it a spending plan. And the reason why we need a spending plan, Art, let me ask, are you going to spend money today?
Everyone is.
Everyone is. Now, if we don't spend any money today, which I doubt you are, because if you got your utilities running, you're spending money. You might be pre-spending it, but you're already spending money. Every day you're spending money. And if you don't got a plan, it's just going to fall through your fingers. And it's not going to get you where you're trying to go. Yep. So when we put those roadmap together and we have the goals, we need to make sure our spending plan is wrapping around where we want to go. Because, money is a pretty good tool. And so if we have a spending plan and we know what we're doing with it, then we already have a plan. So, but if you walk around with no plan, where's your money go? It falls right out of your fingers and your pockets and goes. Guess where it goes? It goes to those people that had a plan and they steal your money. Really, I'm not kidding you. What do you think? A lot of those infomercials, Snap, Crackle, and Pop. Remember?
Yes.
Treats. I used to have to tell my kids that doesn't always work. Different things on commercials, right? But if we don't have a plan, we're going to spend money on things that we never planned to spend money on.
Exactly. And I always say that if we don't plan, and what if we don't plan, we leave ourselves open to things that come unplanned in our life. A good friend of mine, Pamela Luhing, she says, plan your work and work your plan. And I think she heard that somewhere else as well.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, if we don't plan our work and work our plan, sometimes we work ourselves out of the best thing that we initially planned for ourselves. And then, you've heard this before as well. If you don't create your plan, you kind of plan to fail. So what do you think about that saying?
No, I 100% agree. Now we have Brenda on here, and what she's saying is I need to plan, not spend. When we say yes to something else, like let's just use Starbucks, because a lot of people like to go there every day. It used to be $5. Now it's $7, if you guys don't know, because inflation. So every day, if you go to Starbucks, you are saying no to something else. Every time we say yes, because we don't have a plan, we're saying no to something else. So if you're trying to save to take your kids to Disney World, since I love Mickey Mouse, I'll say that, right? Or like I want to go back to Alaska because that's where I'm from. So if I'm saving for that, or I'm saving for something more important, but I'm giving Starbucks every day my $7. It used to be $5, it's $7, guys. Come on, let's be real. Anyway, if you're doing that or going to the gas station or whatever you're doing, you're saying no to what you want. But see, people don't look at it that way. Unless they have a plan. Then you're saying, oh, every time I don't do this, I get to do this. So you got to look at it. You got to change that mindset when it comes to money. Money is just a tool. It's amoral. It's just something that we use every day.
And not only that, money has a frequency. And so when we put out our energy with our plan, we want to attract more positivity with our plan, with our energy that we're putting out. So we want to make sure that we're doing that. And so I like what Brenda said. Brenda said, I need to plan, not to spend. And so here's what I share with people all day long. We have to look at ROI, return on investment. That's what Brenda's really saying. I have to plan not to spend, but I encourage people to circulate rather than to spend, because when you spend, it doesn't come back. But when you circulate, that comes back to you. That's your return on your investment of your time, of your energy, of your money, and things of that nature. So I just want to say, what we're sharing here today with these 5 tips from my amazing guests. Spending plan. Always remember to circulate, not just spend. Always remember, when you hear your spending plan, it's not a negative thing. It's a positive thing. And I love that you chose, Sheri, to talk about this, because a lot of people don't like to talk about money and or time, because we don't just spend money. We spend our time, we spend our energy, we spend our love, et cetera, et cetera. So thank you for sharing this. This is amazing. So let's talk about number 3.
Well, I first want to go back and let everybody know that I go to Starbucks and I like coffee shops. And if you're in Kansas, let's meet for coffee. I do have coffee as part of my pre-spending plan. So I'm not foo-fooing going out with people to have coffee. That's a great idea. And guess what? It is an investment, like you talked about. And if you're in Kansas City, look me up. I would love to meet you for coffee, because I think that is so important. And part of that is the opportunity mindset, right? The opportunity of meeting with somebody and getting to know them over a cup of coffee is a great investment, right?
Yep.
And so, yeah, put those type things. I'm not saying take all the joy out of your life and not put it in your spending plan, because that's important. But having that opportunity. And again, let's go back 2020. I know everybody loves me to keep talking about this pandemic in 2020, but did that not give us more opportunities? It was all about the way you looked at it. I don't know about you. They tried to shut down churches. It got bigger. Churches got bigger. They did not shut me down, right? I got bigger. I think you probably got bigger, Luke. Tisha,
Yes.
when did you start this, right? We get to do Zoom. I got clients from all over the Kansas City area, but it's all about, I mean, not Kansas, but all over the United States. And so it's about what are those opportunities and thinking that way versus, oh my gosh, a door just shut.
Right.
No, it didn't. A door shut. Where's the other one going to open? And don't forget about those windows or those little cracks that sometimes, but sometimes God will slam a door and don't go through those cracks because you will get burned because that's why he shut it. It's not always a bad thing that when bad things happen, look at the opportunities in them, right? As you're going along in this roadmap that you have created with your spending plan, right? There's all these opportunities along the way.
Exactly. And so just want to let you know, we're not being paid by Starbucks.
No.
We're not telling you.
And I'm saying go to local coffee shops would be even better because support your local businesses is what I always say. But yes.
Yeah. So just remember that, folks, So as we go, the opportunity mindset, Sheri, I love that you brought that up. And what I wanted to share is your mindset. We encourage you to have the mindset of opportunity so that when the opportunity shows up, you don't close yourself off from it, yet you avail yourself to it if it is in the vein of what's best for you, your family, your brand, or what have you, so that you're ready for the opportunity in the moment of the opportunity. But you first have to have the opportunity mindset. Pow! That's powerful, Sheri. That's powerful. So let's talk about number 4. Sheri, are you with us? Can you hear us?
I am. I'm here. Can you see me?
Yes, we can see you. We couldn't hear you.
I love.
So let's talk about 4.
Okay, chapter 4, which is too funny, which is chapter 2 of my book that I just wrote. Well, back in February, but it's about having a mission and a purpose for your business. But I don't like to just talk about your business. Right. You have a need to have a mission and a purpose for your life. Exactly. And I always tell people when my life is running correctly, which I'm not perfect. Can you believe it? I'm glad you're sitting down.
Not you.
Oh my God. I'm not perfect. Girl. So, but when I'm running it right, it goes God, my family, right? Right. And then I have my business and everything else that's in line with it, with my relationships. But I need to make sure that my mission and my purpose for my business and my life are aligned together. Did you hear me? The word together. Right. Because it's all right. If they're not aligned together, then you're not as successful or happy. And like I talked about at the very starting of this, life is too short for you not to create the life and business that you love. So remember why you went in business. I'm sorry, I'm getting on my soapbox here, but I'm serious. Why you went into business. It wasn't to take over your life. You went into business to amplify your life, right? So they should be in line together. So you should be able to, even your spending plan, all of that should be aligned with what your mission and purpose and vision is, right? Because life is short.
I'm liking that. So if you are ready to be in alignment, because that's what I'm hearing you say, if you're ready to be in alignment with your life and your business, okay, and show up with a ready roadmap, an excellent spending plan that helps you circulate and return to yourself, right? And being in the moment and being ready for the opportunity when it presents itself, and having a mission and a purpose for your business. Go ahead and put an S in the comment for Sheri. Put an S in the comment for Sheri, because this is some great stuff. So, Sheri, some people may say having a mission, having a purpose, for their business is a great thing, and they know it's important. But how does it connect to their life in relationship to business, the mission for that, and the mission for their life? Because many of us were able to live a robust life because of our businesses. But sometimes we try to make sure they're separate, and that's okay. But how do we leverage that? How do we leverage it?
So that's so important, right? What is your mission and your purpose for your life? That's where we should start, right?
Mhm.
And then we should go ahead and decide what is it for your business. So let me just give an example of what mine is. Mine is to make a difference in other people's life. Every day I want to make a difference in other people's life. That does not mean just in the business world. That means I am a mom. I'm a first-time
Yes.
grandma, by the way, and that's the best job. I'm a wife, right? I'm a child of God, but I want to be making a difference in those areas. But I also want to do that in my business. So I
Right.
help you create.
Mhm.
My mission
Mhm.
is to help you create the
Mhm.
life and business that you love. Now,
Yeah.
how are those aligned? See how
Mhm.
they're both aligned. And my purpose in life is to make a difference, right? And so I
Mhm.
can do that in both aspects. So when you find out what your real purpose is, do you know that I can talk all day long. Did you figure that out yet? So I am a motivational
Both of
speaker,
us.
but
Yes.
it comes natural for me, right?
Yes.
Some people are like, I'm an introvert. Don't make me. Okay, please don't get out and try to do all the speaking. But you know what I hate? I hate office work. I don't want to be stuck in the cube all day. They tried that, right? That's not my calling. So if you find your calling for your life and your business, then you can
Yes.
put them in line. But you got coaches like me to help you with that if you're stuck in doing that. But there's other people out there too that will help you. So find those people that can help you with making sure you're getting those aligned.
Exactly. I love that. I love that. So thank you. I see some S's streaming in here. Thank you so much. Go share it. Go share it. Go share it. Go
Okay, I'll do
share
my
it.
dance.
Yeah. All right. So Denise Simpson Hurst, I think she's joining us from Chicago. And don't forget, folks, as you come in, let us know where you're streaming in from and tag your friends out there where you're at as well, because we want to share these amazing 5 tips with them. So, Sheri, Denise Simpson Hurst said, my purpose is my family and my friends. And you know what? Sometimes our purpose can be just that defined and just that simple. Our purpose. Okay, so thank you so much. And so, those of you that's just joining us, I am here today. I'm Dr. Lotus Riché. For some of you that may not be familiar with who I am the host of 15 Minutes with Success with Dr. Lotus Riché. And I've got a wonderful, amazing, transformative transition coach right here with me today, all the way from Kansas. Her name is Sheri Berger, and we have been sharing some amazing 5 tips to add to your toolkit for success. And if you just joined us, don't forget to hit replay. So, Sheri, your number 5 that's helping to keep us alive. Let's talk about it.
That's important, right? Please don't waste that most valuable. What is the most valuable thing that we have? Do you know what it is? It's our time, right?
Our
We
time.
can always make more money. Did you know that? But we
Yes.
cannot make more time. We all have 24 hours in a day. And some people say they wish they had more than that. And I'm like, no, thank you. Right? Because if you can't do 24 hours in a day and get enough accomplished in that 24 hours, we do need time to rest. We don't need more than 24 hours in a day because God knew what he was giving us. But that is something that we need to valuable. And somebody said their purpose is their family and their friends. Oh my gosh,
Yep.
I can so agree with you, right? But what are you doing with your time to
Yep.
make sure that you have the time with your family and friends? And if you're like
Exactly.
me, I've had a lot of loss in my life, a
Uh-huh.
lot. And I know life
Yeah.
is really short.
Mm-hmm.
And so I know that time is short. And to
Yes.
believe it or not, I almost died 4 years ago. I actually shouldn't be here right now, but
Wow.
God had different plans for me. Praise
Yeah.
God, right? It was 3 days for my son's wedding. I was in Baltimore, Maryland. It's a whole nother story. But I realized, wait a minute, what are you doing with your time? Your most valuable resource. So
Yep.
we need to do time blocking. But you know what? I'm not meaning block every little minute, and it depends on how it works for you.
Right.
But you know that I actually have my kids and my husband on my calendar. And when they were teenagers, they learned to get on my calendar. Even now, I have 20-year-olds. I have 3 of them. Oh my gosh. Nobody told me young adults are a handful, right? But they got 3 of them. They have to get on my calendar. Now, do they want to be on my calendar all the time? Probably not, but
No.
they do. But mom reminds them that they got to get on the calendar.
Right.
Husband, he just gets on the calendar. So if we don't have what's important, you ever hear about putting all your marbles in a bowl, talking about family and friends, and then putting those other things in? We really have to look at how much time do you have, and are you spending it, your most valuable asset? And how you start your day, do you know that matters? And if you tell me you don't have time to be praying and doing your devotion and time to exercise and time to really, did you brush your teeth? Did you eat? Now, a lot of us will skip meals. Let's be real.
Yeah,
that's not good either, right? We have to have time to put our air masks on so that we can go out and be a better version of ourselves.
Exactly.
So that's so important. So if you are not time blocking or you are not having a plan with your time, again, it's going to fall through your fingers. And are you doing what is important? You know, today is a new day. You have this whole day and you get to decide what you do with your time. I know you think other people do, but no, you don't. You need to have boundaries with your time and you need to have a plan. And my kids, like I said, young, learned that they had to be on mom's calendar.
I love it. Wow. You love the fire that Sheri just dropped. She just dropped that positive energy. If you love that fire she just dropped, go ahead and put an F for fire. Put an F in the comment for fire. And I see so many of you coming in. Tija, I see you. She came in. She said, I'm here from Jamaica. So Tija, so happy to have you along with everybody else out of Chi-Town and all of you from all around the world. I see Kansas is in the house. Thank you so much. And they dropping the F's in there. They dropped the S in there. They're sending you some love from all over. So thank you so much. She came and she is still here dropping the amazing fire with her 5 tips of success. And so I just want to thank you for sharing that. And so listen, we have, if you're just joining us, again, Sheri Berger, she is a transition strategist. She can help you go from zero to hero. That's one of my terms that I use. But she can help you get your ready roadmap. She can help you with your spending plan. She can help you with your opportunity mindset. She can help you have a mission and a purpose and understand it for your business and for your life. And then she can also help you with one of the most valuable commodities that we have is our time. And she can help you with the alignment in life and in business. All you got to do is connect with her. You can connect with her at Linktree, of course, and we're going to come back to that later and make sure you have that and you can see it. So look, Sheri, thank you. Those were amazing, amazing tips, like and tools that you've given to folks for their toolbox. So I want to thank you for that. And so listen, I know you've got a lot of stuff coming up. You've just got some major awards from Kansas for your business, for leading the way in business. And you've got this amazing conference. And so for those of you that don't know, Sheri is one of the speakers in this amazing conference that's coming up in St. Louis. So for those of you that may not be familiar with it, here's a treat for you. One of the best conferences of the year is finally here, becoming the Best You Conference. Join us live or virtually and hear from the greatest speakers in the country. Brenda Ringwood, Terrence Lethbridge, Stacey Wahey, Arcavius Armstrong, Dr. Lotus Riché, Regina Platt, Dr. Rick Fulton, Anthony Russo, Chuck Doyle, Dr. Ruben West, Jennifer Lauren, Jessica Warrior, Dr. Jawanda Rollins-Fells, Dr. Lauren Michaels-Harris, Indy Nam, Tracy Randolph, Isabel Black, Sarah Minguez, Jill Reynolds, Kevin Wilson, Saccone Prince, Definitely Holly, Chuck Prison, Dr. Michael Freeland, Tommy Morgan, Prince Michael, James Griffin, Charlotte White, Byron Page, Jeremy Nunez, Jeff Markinet Jr., Belton Showell III. Becoming the Best You Conference, February 17th through the 19th, 2023. Clayton Plaza Hotel, St. Louis, Missouri. Get your tickets today. Make sure you come out to see Sheri Berger. All right, so the Becoming the Best You Conference. As you see below, you can get your tickets today. Go to www.comechangeyourlife.com. This is going to be a phenomenal conference. There are so many amazing speakers, including myself, but the highlight of today with her 5 amazing tips that she shared is Sheri Berger. So Sheri, what can folks expect to hear from you during this conference?
Well, I am so excited about the conference that's coming up in February. And if you haven't got your tickets, you need to get your tickets. But I will be speaking on, it doesn't matter where you came from. It matters where you choose to go, right? So we're going to talk about that. And that's what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about some tips on how can you go from here to there. If you are from one place in your life, how do you get to the next place in your life? So I'm really, really excited to talk about that. I'm very excited about the conference, and there will be many other speakers that are amazing that will be at the conference. So if you haven't got your tickets, be sure to get your tickets today, and I will see you at the conference. I also think, isn't the conference also going to be, what is it called?
Yes.
So if you can't come in person, which I recommend, because I love people and getting to know people and meet more people. And so I'm excited about all the speakers and people that will be there too. So, and I also will be doing a workshop that day too on the 4 people that you need in your life. So I will also be doing a workshop on that. So I'm very excited.
Oh, hey, Sheri, you said the 4 people you need to have in your life.
Yes.
The 4 people. Look, y'all want to know this. I wish she could give us some secret sizzling sauce, but look, she gave us 5 tips to add to our toolkit for success. So make sure you come out and you see Sheri Berger along with the other phenomenal speakers, to include myself. Get your ticket, www.comechangeyourlife.com, and have the amazing event that's going to help upshore you, empower you, and change your life for the better. So with that being said, Sheri, I can't wait to find out about these 4 people that we have to have in our toolkit to empower us and to keep us moving in a forward direction. So Sheri, thank you again for sharing your 5 tips that we can all put in our toolkit and keep us going. So Sheri, one other question for you. How can people connect with you? How can they reach out to you and say, hey, Sheri, I want to get involved with what you're doing. I want to know, how to connect with you, how to train with you, how to do whatever with you. Look at that turned me around. Isn't that interesting?
Well, I mean, if you got to dance around about it, go for it, girl. Come on. Whatever gets you motivated today on an awesome Tuesday. So there you go. She's going sideways. That's how excited she is about this. But no, Linktree is a great way where I put all of my events that are coming up. Next week, I have a 4-day free. Yeah, I said free, 4-day free workshop coming up over lunch hour here it'll be on Zoom, so everybody's invited, but you can find that out there. And it'll be over your lunch hour on mindset, right? So what is holding us back to get us to reach those goals? And then I have a bunch of other events coming up. So yes, and of course I will be in St. Louis, and I would look forward to seeing everybody there. And on Facebook, I have Kansas City Inspired Coffee with Sheri. So if you're not following me there, that's a good place to follow me as well. And so I want to thank you so much for having me on today. And I want everybody to go make 2023 the best year that you've had. So make sure you have those roadmaps and all that put together. And I hope to see you in St. Louis.
Awesome. I love it. And I'm still sideways, folks. I'm still sideways. I don't know why they got me sideways, but look, technology is terrific. Okay. And so having said that, I just want to say there is so much that you can do if you just take the time to do it. You got to do it for yourself, because nobody can do it for you but you. Nobody can do things that is going to upshore you and upscale you the way you can do it. And so, Sheri, again, I want to thank you for being here. I greatly have enjoyed spending this time space with you. And so Sheri's going to be in the back waiting for us. But check this out. We have to pay homage to those who support us every day, to our sponsors, and of course, to the Ignites team. So here's something for you as we move forward. One moment.
I had the opportunity to work with Lotus Riché and her team to create a promo video for my business. And let me tell you, she and her team are pretty darn outstanding. I had recorded a video that we were going to use in the promo. And during our meeting, they actually walked me through what worked in the video, and they provided suggestions for improving the video so that I can actually capture the audience and the clients that I want, and the people that need my services. They actually told me what I could add to the video and how to set the entire thing up so that when people watch that promo, they will come away knowing who I am, what I do, and why they should contact me. So if you have the chance to work with Lotus Riché and her team, you are not going to be disappointed.
Wow. Did Sheri Berger come and rock the house or what? I say yes. So if you haven't given us some thumbs up and some love, go ahead and use your phone. Use your phone. You see them hearts and the love and all that? Go ahead and hit the love and share that with us. Share that with Sheri, because she came and she gave some amazing, amazing tips for your toolbox that's going to help change your life. So please make sure you get your ticket, www.comechangeyourlife.com. Come out and see Sheri and the other amazing speakers, and make sure you connect with Sheri and go to her thread so that you can just be a part of what she's doing. I accidentally clicked on her link, but make sure you go and you check her out. She's an amazing lady, and she can help you. Like she said, she helps large and small businesses, and she'll be happy to help you with any challenge that you have in her zone of genius as it relates to your business and your expertise. And so I'd like to thank each and every one of you. Special thanks to our sponsors. Special thanks to all of our viewers all around the world. And I welcome you to join us later in next week. We're going to have some phenomenal folks coming up behind us. Actually, we've got, I believe on the 20th, we've got Dr. Michael Freeland. He's coming on. And then we have Miss Minguez. You definitely want to join us on January 18th when Dr. Freeland's going to be here. And then on January 20th, I stand corrected, Sarah Minguez will be here with us. And so until we meet again, I want to thank you and I appreciate you. And don't forget, go ahead and grab your ticket today. Don't debate. Go ahead and get your ticket straight. And we will see you on our next show. Okay. And for that, if you have any L's left in your arsenal that stand for love, go ahead and put some L's in the comment and send some love to the show, to me, as well as to Sheri Berger. So we'll see you next time. Have a great day and a great week and a great rest of your life. Take care.
Thank you for watching the show. And remember, always follow us on Facebook. Like and share, and make sure you tag a friend. And and let them know that you care. Let us know what other type of shows you'd like us to present for you.
Special thanks to Sheri Berger.